sit down on my couch and I start to first watch a show, I look for little itty things that help me get through it. One of these things are, why should I be invested in your characters? Who are they? What are their struggles? And most importantly, why should I care? Most people won't watch or think about shows the way that I do. In the general sense, most people aren't that harsh or that critical on shows that they're about to sit down and watch. But I run a show on YouTube on the internet, which means I have to sit down, analyze, and critique it. When it comes to the show we are talking about today, it did everything perfect. It did everything right. It had me invested in the characters, invested in the story, invested in the overall view, and then just suddenly died. Now, having said that, this is a first impressions. There's still more episodes coming out, so we don't know if it could get better or if it could get worse. It could get a lot better. We just don't know. So hello everybody. Welcome to Anime Guardian. I am your host Jay, and today we're looking at the first 8 episodes of JUJUTSU Kaisen. Let's get started.
Itadori is an average high school student with a dying grandfather who tells Itadori not to die alone or even worse, a meaningless death. Then by a set of circumstances ends up eating a cursed finger to save the lives of his friends, and in doing so, however, has released Ryomen Sakuna, the most powerful curse, or in this version's case, demon. After being told he was going to be killed, they decide that rather do that than grab all the other sacred cursed fingers from the same demon, let him swallow them, and then kill him when all the mischievousness is gone. You know, Itadori is your typical, protagonist. He's kind of bland, boring, and there's really not much to him. Then you got Satoru, who is Itadori's teacher, who is just a Kakashi clone, really. I mean, that's all there is to it. Then you have Fushiguro, who is just like the protagonist's rival Sasuke from Naruto or Kurapika from Hunter x Hunter.
Wow, I'm bringing up Naruto a lot today. Last but certainly not least is, in my opinion, the best character in the show, and that character is, of course, how do you pronounce that? Sakuna?
He's smug, he's arrogant, he's very powerful and very, very wise. At this point in the video, I'm going to get into a little bit of spoiler territory. There will be a timestamp in the description below if you want to skip it. So in this series, it seems like Sakuna has taken over Itadori's body, and it actually looks like they're going to keep it that way. And I applauded them for that. It was something new, it was something different, it was something objective, and they could have kept it that way and it would have been perfect. But in the end, no, Itadori comes back and it's just, you had an amazing idea to make this go even further. Imagine what would have happened later on in the story. Furthermore, this show leaves you in such a level of suspense that when it's over, you're just like, awesome. But at the end, you're just like, okay. This is what makes this character in this show worthwhile, in my opinion.
Also, I want to get real quick onto the music of the show. Here's the thing. I have a rule with everything in all the categories that I look at shows. Story, characters, animation, sound, enjoyment, comeback rating, all this stuff comes into play. And when it comes to music, I need only one thing. One song from either the opening, ending, or the entire OST as a whole, to where I don't need to watch the show in order to like it. I can listen to it on its own, and it's its own beautiful piece. That did not happen here.
Both the show's OP and ending are very, very bland, very, very forgettable, and the animation isn't much to look at, as well as the entire OST, which I thought was going to be good, and then found myself surprisingly disappointed. There's nothing here that makes you want to listen or come back to.
Now it comes to the question of, do I recommend watching it, or do I recommend passing it?
If you don't like Battle Shonen, JUJUTSU Kaisen will not persuade you. However, if this is the type of stuff you like Naruto, Bleach, Hunter x Hunter, so on and so forth, then you'll really like the show. It has a lot of great qualities. I say try it. And if it works for you, great. It just didn't work for me.
All in all, JUJUTSU Kaisen is a show that has great infinite potential, but unfortunately it tries to emulate the shows that came before it. And by doing so, it doesn't make itself its own personal identity, and therefore it's not as enjoyable. And that was Anime Guardian, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, hit the like button, and hey, since you're already there, might as well hit the subscribe button. And since you're already doing that anyway, hit that notification bell, that way you can keep up to date of when I post videos. Anyway, thanks guys, I have been Jay, this has been Anime Guardian, and I'll see you in the next review.